Wanted to show off some new baits this year for Mr. Twister and also talk about a couple of my favorites that maybe got overlooked last year, but are going to get a big nod inside my arsenal. The first one is going to be the brand new ringed lizard. You know, a lot of companies have a lizard bait. This one's kind of different. It's going to be a smaller profile ringed bait that's going to work great. Look at that thing, just perfect in a variety of situations. You can use it as a finesse application. You can use this on any kind of a Carolina rig. You could definitely Texas rig this. I'll probably play with this a little bit on maybe a jig head, like a Ned rig or something to that effect. But it's a very versatile small profile lizard bait. You want to check this out. It's going to come in a bunch of different colors. This is the brand new ring lizard this year, about a 5-inch profile. Can have a small slow fall, and you can see that tail. It's ringed right there. Something totally different. The industry really hasn't seen this type of lizard bait before. I'm excited to put this one to use for a lot of big largemouth and probably smallmouth bass. Next, we've seen the 10-inch buzzworm. I love that bait. I've caught a or 12-inch buzzworm. I've caught a pile of fish on it. However, for a lot of situations for me here in the Midwest, and really all over the ice, the bass belt, you're going to notice that this bait is probably going to be more size perfect, meaning it's an 8-inch Magnum buzzworm. This is going to be a great all-purpose worm that I'm going to be Texas rigging, punching heavy cover, working weed lines, fishing with the jig head, and it's got that buzz tail to it. So that thing's going to kick. You can see the little bit of wind we got here today is making that thing kick already. So I'm going to be able to pitch this and work it back to the boat. So it's not just your do-nothing jig worm. I'm going to be able to hop this and dance this, and it's going to have a lot of vibration and a lot of triggering power. And it's going to be a lot of your favorite colors, whether it's green pumpkin, this one's got a blue tail to it. I'm going to have some of the red shad. I got a whole, I'm gonna put these to work this year. Whole bunch of them this season. That's gonna be my go-to jig worm deep weed line bait this season. I'm calling it now. It's gonna catch us a whole bunch of big fish. Next new this year, last year the Sassy Swimmer, or the year before, came out. Now you're gonna have some great options for more of your walleye specific anglers. So as we jump into the early season walleye fishing here in Minnesota especially, or Wisconsin, Midwest, I plan to throw this on a slight jig head, probably an 1/8 ounce jig head, slow rolling this, slow retrieving this for walleyes. I'm probably gonna catch some bass. I know the pike are gonna be all over this thing, but you're gonna see this available now in a handful of really cool, eye-catching colors for you walleye anglers out there. So especially here in the Midwest, this is gonna be a popular one for a lot of people to start chasing down some fish. Look at that, bright pink. Gonna be a great option for just a good spinning rod approach. Do everything, just get out there and chase down fish and whatever bites. Next, last year you saw me use the Try Alive crawler a ton. This one I think got overlooked by a lot of anglers. I had some in-depth conversations with people about this. This caught us so many fish, and you're gonna see the profile of this. It's gonna be a stick worm. I fish this on a jig head. You could Texas rig it. I fish this on actually a mighty head from All Terrain. It works exceptionally well as a jig worm. A lot quicker approach. So if I'm fishing deep coontail, let's say 18 to 23 feet of water, this has been absolutely phenomenal. And you can see the color options in this Try Alive, I think, are some of the best options in the entire lineup of plastics from Mr. Twister. You're gonna have, this is an IU right here. You're gonna have, this is gonna be a June Truce. I mean, I can go on and on and on. You're gonna have a green pumpkin, methyl light here. Obviously, you know I love the bull bluegill. This one's gonna be watermelon green apple. The list goes on and on. So check out that Try Alive if you haven't already. That one is a big one for me. And last but not least, even though they have a whole array of plastics, one that I think a lot of anglers might not realize they have is this Sassy Sting'em. This is a crappie bait. Now you're gonna see me use this a lot here in the next few weeks. Very durable, catches a ton of fish. It's just your small fleck tail minnow bait. A lot of meat on the upper body, stays on the hook well, doesn't fall off. I can catch dozens and dozens of crappies on one plastic. And again, much like that Try Alive crawler, the Sassy Sting'em is going to have some of the coolest colors in the game. This one happens to be glitter critter. You're going to have key lime pie. I'm just going through some of them. This one's my all-time favorite, the gumdrop, a little bit of purple in there. I love it, catches a ton of fish. And the list goes on and on and on and on. So tons of these. So that is going to be the Sassy Sting'em, great for catching crappies. I'm excited to put that to use. Just the tip of the iceberg on some of the new stuff and some of the stuff I lean on from Mr. Twister. Make sure you check them all out on MrTwister.com. They have a great assortment on there. I'm excited to put these to use. Yeah, there's a little bit of snow behind me. That's okay, but it's time to hit the open water. Get out there, have some fun, go catch some fish.